Yo, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for everything One Piece TCG. Today we're going to recap one of the matches from the Brolic Cross Guild livestream. If you missed the live, don't worry, I got you covered. We're breaking down the plays, the turning points, and of course, those big brain moves that have the whole chat talking. So buckle up, grab your deck, and let's relive the action. Let's get into it. We're getting started with Zoro versus Bonny. Peppino's under the Zoro lead, and then Nesto is under the Bonny lead. Honestly, I think it can get very intense if Zoro sees every rush card they need to get there, because if it gets to the late game, Bonny easily can take this match. Comment down below, who do you think is going to take it, Bonny or Zoro? Alright, looks like we're going first with Zoro, and that's a great advantage because Zoro loves going first. Alright, we're getting started with the Nami search. Alright, we're going to take a look. Hopefully we see some great cards. Alright, we're getting a closer look. Ooh, great selection, but we're going to go with that Luffy. Ability is such a great situation. Play it, attach it on. You're pretty much swinging 7/7 if you can get it played out right. Right, it looks like Bonny's getting started. Let's see, do we have the searcher when it comes for Bonny? Alright, we got the Bonny on board. We're gonna rest, we're gonna activate effect. Let's take a look at what we can grab. I honestly would go for this kid, but we could grab Bonny again for another later search. And it looks like we are going with the Bonny. Right. You can never go wrong with an extra searcher, you know? Late game, you might need it. Mid game, anytime. Alright, Zoro's going. I gotta swing into it. Yep, just exactly. You gotta swing into those searches, because if you leave him on board, you're just gonna have a bigger problem later on. Swing while you can. With no active done, might as well. Alright, we're playing 3. It's another rush Zoro. Let's do it. We're trying to be as aggressive as we can, and I think it's a great plan. Even though it can kind of backfire on us with giving them such a big hand late game when they especially drop those 8-drop kids. So let's hope for the best. Alright, yeah, swinging into another little baby swinger. We're gonna bring out our Bonny. Let's see. Alright, we're going for the search as again. What should we go for? Let's see. We're getting the 8-drop kid this time. It's a great target because they're pretty much a free blocker in a sense, and then they're having to commit more Dawn to swing at it. Yeah, why not? Passing turn, 2 active Dawn. That's already resting one thing for sure. So, see, starting phase. We gotta think about it. Looks like I can see a book chopper, and that's really good. Right, we're getting rid of that searcher. Rest our leader, it's alright. Alright, we got Chopper playing. See if we get any hits. And it looks like we do. These bears are amazing. You're going wide, and then they can swing at it. Oh well, at least that's a free blocker in a sense. passing turn. 2 active Dawn. Fair, fair. Alright, we're going into 6 Dawn. Let's see what Nessa will be playing out this turn. If either is going to go towards board or towards life. Yep, go for that bear. Free little block. Oh well. Alright, yeah, we're gonna stun that Zoro. But we're gonna leave 1 active Dawn. More than likely, Peppino here is gonna swing with Chopper to avoid to be able to still get its ability. Alright, we're gonna attach. Yep, perfect. Swinging 6. Using ability. Did we get anything? Yes, we got another Chopper. Alright, yeah, lead effect, rest the leader. It's okay, we got what we needed from it. They still take life. And it looks like we are dropping that 5-drop. Alright, using ability, attaching. Perfect. Being aggressive, yet still going wide. If I was Nesta, I would honestly counter out because we need to save some of those lives for the late game. We already have a heavy hand, so might as well start going a bit more defensive. We got the cards for it. I saw a Tashigi. Boom, yeah. Looks, I think he's in a comfortable spot, so I think getting rid of 1 or 2, it looks like he's taking. Alright. Pass turn, start phase. Alright, my main goal right here would be focusing on board. Oh well, he has his life, but I think going board right now because he's gone too wide already. Yes, we can use effect for Doflamingo, but I think going board and slowly slowing them down is the best move, at least here as Bonny. Nessa thinking real hard for these next moves because it will change up everything depending on what he does. Alright, we're swinging at the little Chopper, stunning the Luffy. Now Peppino has to decide, does he want to keep that Chopper alive or not? Alright. Oh, we're using the event card. Perfect. He's going to help himself go wide, and he loses a card, but he remains on board. And look, found a Chopper. Now swinging to book Chopper. Gotcha. All right, yeah, we have to counter that. These are our bread and butter for this deck. They help us go wide. They help us bring cards on field, and they become baby blockers. That's all. That's a big key point that they can help out with. All right, looks like we're playing Rosinante. Using Rosinante's effect. Boom. There we go. Great card, Smoker. We're able to swing at life and get that banish effect, and now we're restanding something. Such a great add-on to this new set when it came to Bonny. Alrighties, so our Luffy's stunned, and we got 3 swings because he can rest one of our cards. So I would honestly prioritize swinging with at least one of the Choppers to help go a bit more wide. swinging 7 to face. Resting, yeah, he has to rest the chopper. The chopper is the big bread and butter, so if he's slowing down the chopper, it's slowing him completely down. All right. Will he take this one though? He has to counter out. If he keeps taking these life so easily, it's going to be a bit harder at late game. All right, countering 8. Swinging another 7 to face. Using ability. Looks like we get blocker chopper. Perfect. We're slowly getting that wide board, and yet we're getting hits every swing, so that's perfect. All right, counters out. Swinging big. All right, he takes. Nesto is on 0 life, but one great thing that Bonny does this next turn, he can start going, a Eustace Captain Kid. We have to save ourselves from this. Let's see, does Nesto have it? It looks like we do see some counter, and then I know he has a 0 cost in hand, so I think he has to go for it. He has to save himself, because if not, GG's already. All right, we're getting a better view of this. All right, we're live. Another turn to stay alive. My main focus would probably be shooting for those choppers, because they're the main card that's helping Peppino stay alive this far. And Nesto has to prioritize on board. Life, yes, he's gonna have to worry about it later, but right now that board is really well stacked, especially with Peppino only having 3 cards in hand. All right, let's see. All right, we're stunning. All right, counter. That card's still alive. Let's see. Next move. 6. Yeah, it looks like we're getting rid of that book chopper. Right? 7. Alright. Yeah, we're slowly focusing on that board. I would have honestly gone with that smoker straight to life, because that's banishing bit by bit. I think every other character should be swinging at the board, but that banish is so strong, especially when he's already low hand. Alright, we're getting rid of that Luffy now. So he has 2 cards left, well, 2 characters left on board. One of them is stunned, and then he still has 1. Alright, we're playing that Eustace Captain Kid. Boom. Alright, activating effect. Will we summon something here? Boom, Rosinante. Such a great card, because if he has enough swing into it, he can get it. And now restunning the 1, again, this smoker is too broken. Let's see what Peppino has in hand. Let's see if he has a way to get out of this. Draw. He drew into a blocker chopper. Great situation right now. All right, we're attaching the 1. Oh, he's got to swing big. He's gonna swing big, right? Even if he swings big. Look, we have a 0, a Cavendish, and a 10 drop. We're swinging big. Now, he has to decide, does he want to use the blocker or use from what he has in his hand? Alright, no hit on that. First one, it's all good. All right, we're resting and we're blocking. All right, next play. Blocker, yeah. He's got to keep his cards alive. 2 cards in hand. I feel like this is leaning pretty well for Bonny right now. Again, the more late it can get on these games, the better for Bonny. Especially going wide slowly and being able to stun stuff is a great way how these Bonny players keep staying alive. Now let's see what Nesto's thinking. Alright, we're gonna get started with Carrot Swing. More than likely, he's debating if he does want to play the 10-drop Dofi right now. Right, we're gonna get started with. Ooh. Yep, we are getting started with that Carrot Swing. Stunning, but we're swinging. All right, looks like we swung at the kid and stunning the Book Chopper. Good strat, good strat. Swing to face. Try to get that banish. He's more than likely gonna. Oh, he actually swung at the chopper. He takes. Looks like it was another chopper to him. Swinging 9 to be able to have that ability to like he takes. Even if he's taking life right now, that's giving him more cards in hand, giving him more plays. All right, it looks like he passed his turn. He actually passed his turn. Wow, let's see. All right, we're attaching 1 to Zoro. Big brain moves. Counting out Don, seeing what he can do. Looking at trash. We gotta see how many 2K counters he's used or event cards. There's no blocker, so he can go pretty heavy. Right. We're swinging. Does he counter out? Get started with the rest. Right, it looks like we're going to counter out using the 0 cost, trashing that Doflamingo, and then on top of that to keep it alive. Right, another swing using Kid Killer effect. Looks like he's dead. Alright. Nesto has to find a way to stay back alive. Alright, we're searching. That 10-drop Dofi would have actually come in clutch in this turn right now. That would leave us vulnerable if we didn't have a blocker, but it would have frozen 3 cards. It would have been difficult for sure. But let's see what we can do. Alright, we're going for another 8-drop kid. We're swinging 8 kid. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're swinging. Life gets banished. Oh, that would have been a great card to have in hand. Right, looks like we play the Eustace Kid. Freestand 1. Alright, we have to figure out, is this going to be game? Yep. He only has 1 card in hand. Dies, we rest that blocker. Swing. Looks like it's game. Pepino wins with Zoro. And that's it for the recap today, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to check this live, check us out on Twitch, Brolic Games. Also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do so down below right now. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye-bye.